Okay. Thank you.
Are we recording?
It's within the YouTube well.
Okay.
Little recorder.
That's on too.
Okay, we are back in open session. We had a very productive closed session with the Harbor Commission, and I will entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion that we approve the president of the Harbor Commission to sign the letter of intent for the acquisition of Malin Island Ferry Lines Inc. in the amount of $17,321,000.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? I think we should probably take a roll call. Mike Anderson,
Yes.
Amy Baxter,
Yes.
Susan Brennan,
Yes.
Samantha Dobson,
Yes.
Glenn Carlson, yes, motion carries. Thank you very much. And good luck to all of us. Yes. Feels like the snowball has been pushed down the hill now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You don't need a motion to move back to the agenda. You just have that one move up.
Yes, okay, great. So moving on, and administrative reports. On administrators report, does anybody have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I do, but I'm
It's situated?
situated here.
On the town board meeting memo,
Mhm.
it's like that. It allows extending the contract without going to bid for the company, and I was wondering, can we still put out a bid for our local companies? But give us a price of have services. Okay, it's not that we can't discuss.
Okay. Mike, you had questions specifically on the,
In your memo, for the, you told about how much money was made for the ESB event that they put on. How much does that repeater cost? We don't know yet.
In my last conversation with the services, they don't even have a point person ready to take on that project. They know that, we know that the repair of the existing repeater costs about 15 million.
15,000.
You know, they have tentative locations for this repeater. They know what, the general parameters of what they want, but they have not begun to really look at
Okay.
quotes and construction and access and those kinds of things.
Other questions, Mike?
No.
No, anybody else questions on the town administrators report?
Not anything that's not on the agenda later.
I have a question.
So-
Just out of curiosity, with the Energy Committee not receiving the grant, if there were any next steps in trying to receive money, or if that was that's where it stops.
So they still have the possibility of becoming a pilot project for a flow battery installation here, which would reduce the cost of creating a microgrid, which would mean they would need to find less outside fee. I think they are at the point, Zach still here, they're at the point where they're just looking for where the money might come from. They have the plans in place. So the flow battery could obviously reduce, the $300,000 cost roughly, some significant amount, but they're waiting on that result. And in the meantime, as far as I know, they and their consultants are continuing to look for federal and or state programs that we might qualify for.
Now I have a question. Piggyback off Sam's question. Larry was the president of that committee, so or chair. So who's the new chair?
Next time they have a meeting, they have to go up to chair.
Okay. That was.
Okay, thank you.
Wouldn't have thought of it, you asked.
Thank you, Michael. Public Works Director's report. Supervisors report. Okay, airport managers report. Zoning administrators report. Accounting report. Police chief's report.
I do have a question about the police chief.
Go ahead.
So I don't think it's happened yet, but if Ashland does come, will we have that on, like, how, where he is? Citations and what's happened, like how many times they've responded in a month or something?
We are tracking that. I can give you the rough ballpark. You know, in the shifts where they have had the primary responsibility for response, there have been roughly 12 dispatches to the island. They have physically responded twice. They have handled it by phone 4 times, and then the other 6, there's basically been no response. So we're getting some level of response or another about half the time in the cases we've had so far.
Okay, thank you.
So he is tracking that and sharing that with me. If you would like it included monthly, we can certainly make sure.
That would be great.
I think it would be good because we didn't expect this to happen this time. So the more history we can put on of what happened when it happened before and that kind of thing.
Certainly.
Fire chief's report. I did not.
He's on vacation, so we can try to get it for the next.
Okay. Ambulance director's report.
I got a question. Well, nobody's here from the ambulance, but maybe you could ask Cindy, Michael. Or maybe you know, why did they cancel the order with Verno? I didn't cancel that.
I believe she stated this in the last report as well, that they can't meet their delivery date.
They just dropped the ball, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, they promised a certain delivery date and we're gonna miss that by a mile. And so
Okay.
she's looking at going back to Stryker, which at least has the equipment more available.
Thank you, Mike. Anything else on ambulance director? Is there unanimous consent to place these on file?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Next, Public Works, Road, Stock and Harbor, nothing. Parks, 2 things, extend the end date of Parks 1 employee Evans Mealman. And 2, to extend the end date of Camp Post 1 Brand Moore. And the details are in Michael's supplemental.
I see that there's remaining hours, but it doesn't say what's the date you would like it extended to. We have to say a date.
It does.
It does?
Yeah.
Evans is October 13th.
Oh, it was supposed to, I thought that's when it was originally supposed to be done.
That I can clarify.
Scheduled for September.
Oh, okay.
Okay, any other questions?
Well, you want to do one at a time?
Yes.
Let's do one at a time.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve Evan Mealman's extension to October 13th, 2023, not to exceed or authorize hours.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Extending the end date of Camp Post 1 Rand Moore.
And my only question on Rand would be, so he has through December 31st, 23. Is that, are they gonna work out there for?
He's gonna be working essentially remotely, handling reservation and issues. Small maintenance, stuff.
There, okay.
Right, no, there's no need to have a host.
Yeah, I was gonna say that nobody's gonna be camping out there anyway. All right, I'll make a motion to approve Randmore as Camp Post 1 at $17.25 an hour through December 31st, 2023.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, committees. Planning and zoning request for bids for fire number signs. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, but bids for fire number signs, bids must be received by 4 p.m. on Tuesday, September 26, 2023. Will be going outside on Tuesday, September 26, 2023.
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, Affordable Housing Advisory Committee. We've got item Regional Housing Coalition Charter to approve our membership on. Is there a motion to approve us becoming members under this charter?
I'll make a motion to approve the housing committee to approve this, but when you, in your memo, are you talking about the coalition is the ones asking them to join?
Coalition is asking area communities and organizations to sign on to the charter.
Okay. Got it.
So at the time, at this point, there have been Bayfield County, I believe the Washburn Housing Authority and one other entity has already signed on. Most of the people who applied are handling it at their September meetings. So we should know more by the end of the month.
But it's the Schwamigan Bay Regional Housing Coalition that are asked.
Correct.
Okay.
And if I may add, the Affordable Housing Advisory Committee did recommend that you do this at
I
the meetings.
Make a motion to go ahead and.
Is there a second?
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Who signs it?
I think it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, my copy didn't have that.
Yeah.
We'll get a fresh one. You'll just sign it.
Did I take a vote yet? And seconded?
Correct.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Appoint member for term ending, and this is Rachel Rosen for the term ending August 31st, 2025. Motion?
It's just in a.
It's in Michael's meeting memo, not his town administrator memo, the town administration memo. Is there a motion to
I make a
approve?
motion that we appoint Rachel Rosen to the Affordable Housing Committee with a term ending August 31st, 2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We did the Ferry Line, Harbor Commission. We'll move to Town Hall Administration, propane contract extension with Midland Services.
I'd like to give our local guys a chance to bid before we agree to this.
I would too. That's how I voted last year also.
I agree.
Did
Did we already did the bid process or no?
it was not because it's
That's in
the lower
his-
price. Okay, you want a motion? That we put this out for bid?
Well, can't, you have to have a special meeting to do
Okay. What is our deadline?
that.
What,
Current contract expires at the end of September.
okay. Today's the 12th. But we'll set up a special meeting to approve posting for a bid fund. Okay. So can we move to postpone action on this?
I move that we postpone action on the contract for services with Midland Services.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6B, Town Administrator Merit Pay Raise. Talked about this at our last meeting. And so looking for a motion for a 5% merit pay raise retroactive to June 1st, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the 5% pay raise retroactive to June 1st, 2023 for the town administrator position.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? I wish we could do more. Thank you. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item, vouchers.
I will make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $44,124.48.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, minutes. 2 sets. You want us to do them separately?
I'll make a motion to approve the town of LaPointe regular town board meeting minutes from August 8th, 2023, and
August 26th.
oh, that's the wrong one.
I'll make a motion that we approve the regular town board meeting minutes from August 22nd, 2023. And special town board meeting minutes, August 29th, 2023.
Second.
Moved and seconded twice. Michaela will tell you how to handle that.
We're both taking notes to see how they match.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Next item, emergency services, police department, police scheduling. Michael, I am at a loss as to whether we need to do this in closed session or not.
This is really just done the agenda. We had questions about how things are working out.
Does anyone have a need to go into closed session to discuss police scheduling?
No, we did it last time, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, thank you. So that was that. Item 9B, contract with Berghammer Builders for ESB roofing materials.
The contract for Third Hammer Builders.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
You're gonna say the amount.
Yes, $18,325. Not to exceed.
Okay, is there a second?
Oh, there was Sue.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Brad has a purchase order that's to be passed around.
Oh, okay. Item 10, public comment B. Do we have any public comment? Paul?
I think the town board and harbor commission were high and light, so they're really be thinking about spending 17 million any.
Okay, that's your point of view. Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay, next is item 11, liquor and operators licenses. Temporary Class B license for the Madeline Island Historical Preservation Association, September 16th, 2023 at the Harry Nelson Rec Center. Is there a motion?
Make a motion that we approve a temporary Class B license for the Madeline Island Historic Preservation Association for 9/16/2023 at the Harry Nelson Recreation Center.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Do we need a rain date if the softball?
I don't know.
Mike, can you make your,
We don't have one on our application.
your 9 is just, your 9 looked just a little, almost like a 7.
And say, well,
But- Thank you.
yeah, they didn't.
I was almost gonna put 7 and then I'm take the 7.
Mine was that.
Okay, next lawsuits and legal. I don't believe we have any reason to go into closed session on lawsuits and legal.
Simply
Okay,
the update that processed all your paperwork, so we believe the request for review by the Wisconsin Tax Appeals Commission, DOR, is either in the hands of the tax commission or will be sure.
And the deadline is, I think, the 18th. So it either was filed today in by hand or will be tomorrow. In Madison. Okay, new agenda items for future meetings.
Opening the filing under the bids. And then I have special town board meeting for propane bids.
Well, it's today, Tuesday. Could do this, this week, is that doable, or should we try to put it to next week? Let me just take
You
a
have to
quick,
be 5:30 or 6 o'clock on Thursday.
right, yeah. So then we don't want to, oh, you've got the,
I'm planning meeting on Tuesday.
At
Public
4.
Arts and tomorrow, and I won't be here after that because ambulance service needs.
let's see. There's a, how does Tuesday, the 19th look for folks?
Good.
5 o'clock?
Yep.
Would earlier be
Does that
preferable?
give, the deadline's the end of September, right?
You'll need to have the bids in time to approve the bid.
Right, so will
How
that,
long does that give them?
Give them a week.
It also would have to, you'd want to put it in the paper, you know, push it.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it might be that we end up going over the date of, the current contract. Let's just hope that we don't run out of propane, but, before then. Hopefully they've kept us to where they're supposed to. So it will be what it will be. So let's plan for next Tuesday, the 19th,
yeah,
5 o'clock.
Yes.
yeah, that works.
Yeah, and so you can post
Mhm.
anytime. And there will just be the one item on the agenda unless, if something else comes up, we will have a special, we'll have that on the docket. So, okay. Any other agenda items for future meetings? Michael?
They'll
Not that I
be,
can think of.
they'll be
I'm sure there will.
I'm on vacation. but-
There you go.
I'm on your vacation, sorry.
Yes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, or yes, sir.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? And I happen to think there's plenty to celebrate with this purchase.
It's not done.
No, it's not, but
It's quite a moment. to be
Thanks, taking one for the team, saying all that.